as women, what are the little acts of love that you expect from the men?
The little acts of love have to be directly connected to me. You know, it has to be, you know, or just, you know, the dress looks nice on you, it does justice to you, or, you know, I love how those heels make your legs look, or run my bath water, you know, every now and then, being pampered, you know. Being pampered, I think, is the best thing a man can ever do for his woman.
They have time to stargaze with me. If it's hot, let's take a seat outside. You know, those romantic moments, and have time to go out. You know, in most marriages, people don't go out anymore. They're always indoors. You know, those things that put the fire back in the love.
It's about, you know, being there with your partner, focusing on what she likes and talking, connecting at a personal level. It's not about chores, about bringing food on the table. It's not about that.
It's nice kuti munhu anokubvunza kuti wadya here? Muri pako, are you hungry? Andipa chicken tinoda here. Kuti ane kamwe unoza kuti ndiri maari somehow. I'm his better half. Because vamwe vanongoziva mukadzi wamakumbese. Antoona vanobva kubasa kwehova, haana basa nezvakawanda. Chake kungoti dzimagetsi.
If on average we're having sex twice a day, and for 2 consecutive days you deny me sex, do I not have legitimate expectation to get sex from you?
If you can understand, of course, I cannot force you. If there is some emotional stress, some emotional problems with you, I think I can understand you. But this person is fit, is akanuna.
Sex is not about kununa or being fit. It's also psychological.
The problem here,
it's not only.
If she allows me to come, and there's a way of doing it, a woman, you know, it's not even a problem. It's also about the sexual style or position that you choose. Yeah, because you know sometimes what can happen. If a woman lies like this, I need to demonstrate. She lies like this. If a woman lies down like this, I can come from the back, and there's not much movement she's doing. And if I come within a minute, thank you. It's not 100%. It's not 100%. No, it's not. I'm not. It's not 100%.
Why should it be about your feelings? What about my feelings?
That's what I'm saying. It's not 100%. It's not 100% performance.
This thing is not. It's not like.
I can accept 10 because I want to come. But for that moment,
you want to come. You want to satisfy your desires. Sex is about you and me. It's not about you.
But think about that one instance, that one only. The rest of the thing we can have 100% performance.
You do it once, chat one incident. Mangwana is going to be second. You're going to make it routine.
I, the spouse, has the right to say, honey, not tonight. But Chris actually said, honey, not tonight. She can say so too. I don't know where these young people are getting it from. What?
Do you think it is good for the law to regulate the home? For government to come into your house and say, we want to see how you're running this house?
You wouldn't want the law to regulate the home. It becomes necessary now because we are dealing with individuals. Whether we like it or not, husband and wife, there still are individuals who also have their own rights that tend to be violated, and therefore you have to regulate, you have to put some laws to ensure there is peace in the home.
It's not right, really, to regulate, to put law in the homes, unless something has happened that needs that someone to be punished, or it is regarded as a criminal offense or as an offense on its own. Then you can come in with maybe a law regarding that particular thing, like violence.
I think it's necessary because we need not wait for 6 million women to be killed or battered to death by their husbands in order to prevent that kind of violence. But if there was a law, maybe we could have prevented that from happening in the first place.
You guys agreed that it's good that we put a wife, for instance, who has insulted a husband in the same prison as a wife who has killed her baby, a mother who has killed her baby. Because that's the same prison. We don't have prisons for domestic violence. They're going to go to the same prison.
Anenge arova mukadzi naiyewo mutongo wake ngave wokurohwa azvifile kuti zvandanga ndichirova munhu uye zvinogwadza sei. Saka anenge arepa mwana kana zvichibvira kuti handizvi kuti vangaita sei nhengo yake kuti ichazosumuka zvachose zvokuti awane marepero emunhu. That's the punishment that I think would be much better. And the offense haitombozoikwi because acharamba achiona mavanga ake.
People that potentially have things that can be cut, keeping quiet. When people that may not have things that can be cut are moving a motion that says we should cut things.
The issue is there being some sort of punishment, you know, against, you know, to me it really doesn't matter. A criminal offense has happened against somebody, female or male in the home. There must be some sort of punishment. And to me, it doesn't matter whether the jail is filled with crooks, murderers, rapists, whatever. Everyone has committed a crime. There's no crime that's bigger than the other.
Let's talk of economic violence when we are not maintaining your family. Do we throw you in there as well?
There's a demarcation there whereby people should know mosai. Tinogona kugadzirisa kunokwe. Now government ikapindira munyaya yedzika chinhu chinoitika ndechekuti hatichazozivi kuti isusu togara sei tiri free. Government yatotidzvanyirira.
Pondo hadzisiri dzokotenge mwana wevaridzi kumunzo mumusha mwenyu kuti auye koite chibochwa kusunga ukama.
Yeah, but technically, you know, the transaction is such that, you know, I pay money for you, and I have rights, certain rights over you, even over your labor. That's why even I claim the children is mine.
I think this lobola issue is actually a very, delicate issue because it seems some parents are commercializing this lobola issue. It's not about paying for someone. You can't buy someone. It's about kuvaka ukama. It's about just a token of appreciation for them raising up, such a good wife, if she's going to be a good wife for you.
If I don't have the money?
No, that's what I'm saying, that it's a mistake that the parents are making. It cascades down to the family unit that we're also making that mistake of commercializing this lobola issue.
Organizations have got to be very careful in handling this situation, and even the government has got to be very careful in handling it, because otherwise the families now, they are distorted about this situation of equality and empowerment.
What is equality? Gender equality.
Women seem to think that equality in the marriage means my husband has to do the dishes, my husband has to cook. Where if we go back culturally, it's unacceptable for for you as a woman to force your husband to do the dishes. It's okay for him to do it out of his own will.
I think there was an exact situation that happened, not November into December at my place. And it was a difficult time, eh? But my wife, somehow, she found a way of trying to make money. She was selling my shirts, And she would go out in the morning and go and look for money, get the shirts, and buy a bit of mealie meal. So it happened one day that I was relaxing at home. I spent the whole day at home. So there were plates that had been, not washed, they were dirty and stuff, And so she came back in the evening, and she was angry because she says, "How come all these plates that are here have not been washed? Why didn't you wash them? You should have been washing them." And I said, no, it didn't even cross my mind that I should, clean these things. Why are you making an issue? So I'm busy out going there looking for money, and you're sitting here, and you can't even help me to wash it. It's the way now she was saying it. Instead of her coming to me and just saying, but you could have done this. That really hurt me so much. Whether that was a role, I could have helped her, and the following day I did, I washed. There's something positive. The following day, I washed. Because I realized, but maybe I should do that, But I wouldn't expect that you should be forced as a man to wash plates.
But I think the real problem here is communication. We've the men communicating through maybe physical violence, and the woman communicating through verbal
kind of violence.
And unoona kuti kazhinji kacho vanhu vari kugara mudzimba kugarira vana kana kuti kugarira beba marriage certificate because haina expiry date. Chiripo pakati pavo kutukana nokurovana nokuti mumwe munhu kana achida kudeliver message anoona kuti to deliver my message ndofanira kumutuka kana ndofanira kumurova. Tikada kubvunza macouples mazhinji echibhoyi kuti murume wako chaichai kana kuti mukadzi wako, when did he last say I love you? Kudhara. Those words are now taboo.
Marriages are all also becoming sort of like instant. That whole aspect of communication during the courtship process has been lost. And even in marriage, the whole communication issue has been sidelined. So much so that people are just more of like cohabiting, living together. We need to understand that you are all working together in that marriage as a partnership. There is no equality, of course. But as long as you understand it's a partnership, and that is oiled by communication, then issues of violence are diminished and reduced in the marriage setting.
People must talk. Don't wait for the day of conflict to talk. I would like to stress to young people or young couples, just talk about nothing. Talk about zero. There's no such thing as equality in the matrimonial home. The king and the queen complement each other. I don't know why we're obsessed with the word equality, equality, equality. We were created for our roles, for our special roles in the home.
In these marriages, really, who do we turn to if parents can get in and support, either of, whoever is causing the violence? Parents should be there probably to sit us down and, find out really what is happening, who caused this, and try to counsel whoever or both the people involved. But here the mother-in-law is actually taking sides and helping to beat another woman, which I think she's also a woman. She knows how it feels, so she should be protecting another woman also from this abuse.
Could be an issue of that the mother-in-law might have experienced that violence. And now she's saying, why should my daughter-in-law have it easy? So she expects everyone else to have it the hard way.
I think this mother-in-law we are talking about, she hasn't learned to let go of her son, to accept that her son is married to another woman. She feels also that she is a part of that marriage. You find some mother-in-laws, they come with, my son doesn't eat this. She goes in the garden. My son likes this kind of food. She goes cooking for him in my presence. How do I feel? We fight.
This is where I find it very sad that there's violence in our homes. A home is a place for refuge, a place for enjoyment, a place that gives you a sense of belonging, a place where all your relatives are, all your loved ones are. So I would like to urge our people, be they black, white, yellow, or brown, please make your homes homes, not houses.
Saturday, I didn't go, you wanna,